2NURFM.com, a broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.
Now, 11:45, and I've invited the gentleman in because I like to get the lowdown on the latest that's happening with the courses for Term 2 from the Confucius Institute at the University of Newcastle. I've got the directors, I've got Rhys Palmer here and Jonathan Yee, both joining me, and a very good morning to you, gentlemen. How are you?
Well, ni hao.
There you are, and I tell you, we're getting excited because we've got Term 2 well and truly about to get into it. So
Starts next Monday.
we need some last-minute people who'd like to come along and be part of Tai Chi, and of course, beginner's course, and maybe even an advanced course too.
Beginner's course, a beginner's language course is full on Monday night, but we have some places still available on Wednesday night.
Okay, so we can get in for that, and that will be commencing next Wednesday.
Yes, correct.
Now let's talk to Jonathan for a moment about Tai Chi. Where are we up to with that? Are we starting to fill those classes up?
I think so.
Yeah. And what are the available times for that?
I think both sessions are on Wednesday, one in the morning, the other in the afternoon. I think the morning session starts from 10:30 through 11:30, and the evening session starts at 6 through 7 o'clock.
Now, Jonathan, for those who've always heard about Tai Chi and its benefits, what should we do about it? What should they know to entice them to come and be part of it? How can it help them with their lives?
It's although it is considered as a form of martial art, but it is really about meditation. It recovers you.
Relaxation.
Yeah, relaxation. It brings you overall benefit.
So if you're someone who's living a bit of a hectic pace, a bit of a hectic life, is it a chance to just sort of center yourself and relax and catch that bit of time and make that time
Absolutely.
for yourself?
I think it'd be perfect for you, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit like that at the moment, yeah. Running late on things today.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah. I just don't know if I got the time to fit in the Tai Chi to catch my breath, yeah.
That's when you really do need to make the time. Huh?
And I also wanted to talk to you about, because I spoke a little earlier this week about how the University of Newcastle is sending some students over to China. They're going to Beijing and Shanghai, and they're actually getting some experience over there working in business, getting to know the practices of business in China, which is a little bit different to how we are here in Australia. They do things business-wise a little different. You guys also send some courses over to, well, not necessarily some courses, but some people can go over and be part of your trip.
Look, those university students that are going over for internships in Beijing and Shanghai, I actually organised that initially for the university, but what we do, we actually take tours. So they're hosted. Jonathan takes the 2 tours. One is for our students in the Confucius Institute. So for some students who have been with us for a couple of terms, they become eligible to go on that tour. And the other tour that we do is for high school principals as well.
When do they happen? Do they happen soon? Can we find out details about getting involved in those?
Oh, the students tour. The tour leaves Australia on the last day of June, and we'll spend about 2 weeks in China and come back on the 13th of July.
Now tell me, for those who are interested in it, because there is so much benefit that can come from finding out how they do business in China, because it does differ, their principles, to the way we do things here in the Western world, isn't it?
Very different. I mean, it really is the economic epicenter of the world now. I mean, particularly for us in Australia, I mean, everybody's become aware of the Australian and in the Asian Century white paper by the government. For anybody looking in terms of their career in the future, particularly in business, they will need an understanding of Asia and more specifically China. And how business is done, yes, is very different.
We spoke just about one thing, and Jonathan may be able to help us understand this a little bit. The concept of gift giving is very big in China, so much so that you can buy all manner of things already gift wrapped and quite immaculately done that way, because it's a very good a practice in China, apparently, Jonathan. Gift giving.
It is. It's considered a must. You are supposed to bring gift whenever you are invited to visit people at their homes.
On most occasions, even if you're coming for a visit, there's a gift that will accompany that with you.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
So they go to quite a good job of doing it too, Rhys. They look wonderful the way they package
They do.
them.
Look, going back to the idea of business being different in Asia and China, I think one of the really simple differences is that in the West with business, we actually usually enter into a transaction, an agreement, and then from that, through association, we develop a relationship. In China, it's the complete opposite. they need to develop a relationship with you that can be built on trust before they will enter into those negotiations and form a contract.
True.
There's a
very
lot we could
different.
learn from that
Absolutely.
and would really benefit our businesses if we approached it with that approach, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, listen, for those who are with us now and would like to know more about the Confucius Institute at the University of Newcastle, how can we find out more?
If anybody's interested in the courses, we've got a very simple website that they can go to, which is chinesecourses.com.au, or alternatively, they can call us at the Institute on 4985 4360.
Okay, all the details are there. And if you missed those, just contact us at 2NURFM and we'll let you know all about that. So there is still time to get in for next week for Term 2.
Absolutely. Got a few places left.
Thank you, Reese. Reese Palmer joining us, and also Jonathan Yee. They are directors from the Confucius Institute at the University of Newcastle.